Hey, how's it going, everybody? Today I'm going to be giving my thoughts on the Season 11 patch notes. Alright, so let's get into it. So, let's see. Alright, so here we got Ash's stuff. They've already talked about that a lot. I'm sure people already know all that stuff. So I'm just going to go straight to, I'm going to go straight to here. Got the new Stormpoint map. Oh, there's actually some stuff about this map that I probably will be talking about in a new video. Yeah, this map is quite interesting. Battle Royale map rotation. Oh yeah, they're taking out Kings Canyon and the other map, Olympus. So it's only going to be World's Edge and Stormpoint for this new season. Actually kind of happy about that. I hate Kings Canyon. I think it's a horrible map. Olympus, it's better than Kings Canyon, but it's still not very good. Now, World's Edge for ranked is a lot of fun, but for pubs, sometimes it's fun, sometimes it's not, because in pubs, like, everybody just lands Fragment. And low-key, I wish they would just blow up Fragment. That place annoys me, because everybody just lands there, and sometimes you don't find anyone until there's 5 squads left, and then you rotate to Fragment, and that's what the 5 squads left are. or the 4 remaining squads, actually, since you're one of the 5. But anyways, here we got the arenas map rotations. Yeah, so they're actually removing all the Battle Royale arenas maps. So like Oasis, the Dome, Thermal Station, all that stuff. They're removing that stuff from the arenas map rotation. So it's just gonna be maps like Overflow, Party Crasher, Phase Runner, all that stuff. The ones that are actually made for arenas, which I think is a very good change, because all the Battle Royale locations, while they work great in Battle Royale, they were horrible. Absolutely horrible for arenas. The Dome, I still have nightmares about that map. Oasis, god awful. Thermal Station, not as bad as those two, but still not a very good map. There's one more, and I forgot. Oh well. We got the new car SMG. Yeah, I'm really excited for this SMG. The fact that you can use both light and heavy, it's quite crazy. I did hear though, if I could speak English today, that it's got the worst recoil out of all the SMGs. It's got the highest DPS, but it's got the hardest to manage recoil. So that's gonna balance it out, which is pretty good. And I feel like it's probably gonna be an SMG that's commonly used among, like, you know, higher skill players, people like Master, maybe even Diamond and Pred lobbies. You know, definitely Master and Pred. Some Diamond players may not use it, but yeah, definitely in the higher skill level, people are going to use this thing. People who have really high levels of mechanical accuracy, i.e. not me. That's why I use weapons like the Prowler and the Volt. Even the R9 is pretty easy to control, honestly, but the thing about the R9 is you got to have good aim, because you're off target for like 0.2 seconds and you half your magazine is gone. Yeah, we got some new updates to ranked, and there's my phone going off because I did not put it on silent. So we got some new changes to ranked. Oh, is this the thing about the KP? Fix the emergent shaped up review changes coming up. 50% of play. Oh, okay. No, I'm just tripping. Right here is the thing about KP. Yeah. So they're changing kill KP values. So like, you kill someone who's a lower rank than you and you get less KP. You kill someone who's a higher rank than you and you get more KP. At first, I didn't know if I liked that change, simply because for the most part, it's kind of RNG who you run into. Like, where you fight is not RNG. Like, you know, you can choose, and you can pick and choose your fights for the most part, unless you're in like the final circle, and there are some situations where you kind of have no choice but to take that fight if you're trying to get a spot in circle. But for the most part, at least for like the first 80% of the game, you pick and choose your fights, right? But the issue I have is what if you choose a fight and this fight you chose is like a bunch of gold people and you're in platinum or even diamond, and then you get just a little bit of KP on it, and then, you know, and I just don't know how I feel about this change. But at the same time, like, you did beat people who are I just highlighted everything. You did beat people who are worse than you, so it kind of makes sense why you're not getting as much KP. It's just you don't really have a way of knowing what rank the people you're about to fight are. And so you're kind of just hoping to God that the people you're fighting are good enough and for you to get the KP that you would like. But at the end of the day, if you are good enough, then you're probably still going to be getting the same amount of RP either way. You're probably still going to be reaching late game, still going to be getting max KP, all that stuff. So I guess it's not that big of a deal. Yeah, I'm not going to be going like too in depth on the patch notes and stuff, because I'm sure a lot of people have already covered that. I'm just going to be giving like my opinions on the stuff and just like covering the broad aspects of it, since I'm sure a lot of people already know. Okay, so oh yeah, and all the final placement stuff. I think this stuff is all remaining the same. I think these have been the per kill bonuses depending on your placement since the beginning. I think all that's changing is the KP you get depending on who you kill. Okay. Oh yes, ranked arenas. Okay, so they're adding 2 splits now rather than the 1 split per season. I think I like that, honestly. Last season it was just 1 split for the entire season, and like for like 2/3 of the season, honestly, for like the first third of the season I was playing it. I got into it, then like halfway through and like towards the tail end too, I kind of just didn't feel like playing. But then like at the very end I started playing again. So if they just make it 2 splits, yeah, that's good, because an entire 3+ months for you know, staying at that rank, I don't know if I like it. Although it is kind of annoying. Excuse me, I'm yawning right there. It is kind of annoying that you got to do placement matches again. Hopefully it takes into consideration your rank in the last split, because yeah, going up to grinding ranked arenas is kind of it's kind of annoying. You gain and lose AP very slowly once you reach a certain rank, and the fact that there's a second split now, like hopefully I think they're adjusting it. I know like they're making, you know, like right here, i.e. losing a match you were slightly favored to win. Anyways, I know with this dev note here, they're basically saying that like people are losing more AP than intended, but also if I'm reading this correctly, it looks like we're also going to be gaining less AP than we were before. So I don't know, we'll have to wait and see. Patch notes. I think the only legend being touched is Watson, right? Let's see. Yeah, only Watson's gotten touched. So her pylon now lasts forever, if I remember correctly, and just like her original pylon, but it doesn't infinitely heal shields anymore. It only heals 250 HP. But the good news is it does Watson's passive shield regen does stack with the pylon. So in reality, it's actually not 250 divided by 3. It's more like 250 divided by 2.5, or maybe like 2.25, something like that. So that's pretty good. And I mean, that right there, that's already almost, that's over 2 purple evos. Yeah, it's just about 2 purple evos, I think. Well, more than 2 purple evos, so there's 250 HP, but like you and your teammate, you can fully heal your purple evos, I think, because of Watson's passive shield regen, because she won't be taking up as much of the pylon's shield regen as you and your teammate. So yeah, that's good. And they did also double the shield regen rate for the pylon, if I remember correctly. So that's pretty good. Long story short, there's going to be a Watson meta next season, and she's probably going to replace Caustic. So get ready for that. I don't know how I feel about it, but we'll see. I've never played in the Watson meta because I started in season 6, I think. Alright. We got balance changes for weapons / gear. Supply drop rotations. Yes, so they're putting in the G7 Scout, right? Triple Take is now an energy weapon. Yes, it's now an energy weapon, now in the marksman weapon class. So it's actually going to have a slightly faster strafe speed than weapons like the Longbow and the Sentinel, because it's in the marksman weapon class rather than the sniper rifle class. Okay, they're increasing its charge time. Oh, I did not know that. Okay. And they're putting G7 in the box. And they're also making it to where it consumes 3 per shot. I actually didn't know that. So if I have 21 shots, if I have 21 energy ammo, I actually only have 7 triple take shots. I didn't know they were doing that. Okay. Yeah, they're putting G7 in the box. I know they're giving it double tap. Yeah, they're giving it double tap, and they're making G7 hit 36 to the body, if I remember, instead of the 34. So it's gonna be. It's definitely gonna be. I think it's gonna 2-tap to the head, even the G7 Scout. Because of double tap, it's actually 4 bullets, but it's gonna be 2 trigger pulls. Hop up CS dual shell. I really like this. I really like this because the massive reload is just horrendous, and the fact that I can now load 2 in there, that's really good, really good. And then the 30-30 repeater, that's also pretty nice. I hate like if any of you have ever played Destiny, it's like Dead Man's Tale, how it reloads 2 into the mag with every shell or thingy that you put in there. That's nice because those reloads, the reloads on those weapons are kind of annoying. So gold weapons, yeah, they're removing RE45. Thank God. Why would they ever make this gold? Nope. I'm still not gonna use it. I'm sorry. I'd rather use like a white carbine over this. Charge rifle, annoying weapon. Thank God you're no longer there. I at first I was pretty annoyed about the longbow becoming gold now, because now a lot more people are gonna use it. But they are reversing the buff they made to it. So yeah, it's no longer gonna hit. What's it hitting now? 65? I think it's now only gonna hit 55 or 50. So that's pretty good. Car, for obvious reasons, it's the new weapon. Makes sense. The 30-30 and the Mastiff are now gold. I'm excited for this. Mastiff, 30-30, and Carbine, all gold. I am really excited for this. Sadly, my boy PK is no longer there. I'm sad about that, but oh well. Rampage. I suck with this weapon. I don't know how people use it. So many people use it, and they seem to always mess me up with it. I don't know how people use this thing. I'm garbage with it. Sad that my boy Flatline is no longer gold. I really love the Flatline. We got the Eva reducing its fire rate from 2.1 to 2.0. I don't know. I don't know. I'm gonna have to wait and see, because it's such a small change, but it may just be enough to finally bring it in line with the PK and the Mastiff. And actually, speaking of the PK, slightly increasing pellet spread. Whew. This is either a very good buff or a horrible nerf. Because now people like me who have garbage aim, a lot of the time with the PK, it's either I hit them for like 65 or 80, or I just completely miss my shot and I do 0 damage. Sometimes the occasional 7, which I didn't even know the PK could go that low. I thought the minimum it could do was 9. But yeah, sometimes I get the occasional 7. But yeah, usually I get a lot of damage, or I just completely miss my shot. And so slightly increasing this pellet spread, either what's going to happen is the pellet spread is going to hit that sweet spot to where you can still consistently hit those high damage numbers, right? But also you what was I gonna say? You can still consistently hit those high damage numbers, right? And the pellet spread is not going to be too wide to where a lot of your pellets are just missing, right? Because like with a shotgun that has too much spread, a lot of the time what may happen is like, yeah, you were on target, but the pellet spread was simply just too wide. And so because it was simply just too wide, a lot of your pellets just went around your target and only a few of them hit. So hopefully this is at that sweet spot where you're gonna hit shots more often, and you're also not gonna miss as many pellets as you expect to miss out, while being on target. And then they're also making it choke faster. I like this. I think it's to probably, I don't know. I want to say maybe it's to counteract the slightly increased pellet spread, but in case you want it tighter. But I mean, yeah, obviously it is, but like also it's because this thing, it feels like it just takes a little bit too long to choke sometimes. And I get that they made it longer because it was no longer red, but I think it'll be fine with this 1.25 second choke time. And yeah, even here, right here, they said like they didn't want it to be too strong when coming out of the care package because it was super strong when it was red, and that's why they gave it all these nerfs. So hopefully these changes will make it fun, because Peacekeeper is my favorite shotgun. It's way more, to me, it's way more fun than the Mastiff and the Eva. Definitely more fun than the Eva. I think the Eva is just a boring gun. Honestly, I think it's a boring gun. It's strong, and I use it because it's the strongest shotgun, undoubtedly. But it doesn't mean I like using the Eva. It's just that when you're playing ranked and you're trying to compete, you gotta use the best weapons in your arsenal, or you're gonna lose. And it means I gotta use the Eva. But yeah, Peak is my favorite shotgun. I love this thing. Longbow, yeah, 60 to 55. That's what they're doing. Pretty good. Happy about that. Maybe less people will use the Longbow now, because this thing was pretty annoying, especially in arenas. L-Star, another nerf. Now, a lot of people may think that this damage reduced from 18 to 17 is going to do nothing. I just like to kindly point over to the Spitfire when they increased its damage by 1, and it became the beast that we know it as right now. This, if I haven't done the math, but this is definitely going to change something. It may not be as big as it was on the Spitfire, you know, because of the fire rate and stuff. Fire rate and damage per bullet always affects stuff, because you know, depending on the fire rate, reducing it by 1 is not that big of a deal, but it definitely will do something. It probably will change the TTK by a bullet or 2, which is, I don't know how I feel about that. It's fine, I guess. I don't know. But also they're reducing the effectiveness of barrel stabilizers, which is nice. That thing was way too easy to control, and I play on controller. And I know a lot of people have, I've heard a few people on controller saying that it's kind of weird to control that recoil on a controller. But yeah. Significantly reduced projectile collision size. Yes, thank you. I can't tell you, for whatever reason, the L-Star just keeps tagging me behind walls, and it's so annoying. Because I keep trying to play smart, and like, let's say I got like a shotgun, right? I keep trying to like peek shoot someone with an L-Star, because that's how you're supposed to play, especially if you got like a Peacekeeper or a Mastiff. Peek shoot, go behind cover, all that stuff. Or like, yesterday I'm using like a high burst weapon, like an R9 or a Prowler. I peek, get that quick burst of damage in, and then go back into cover. But then it gets completely negated because I take damage behind cover because of the, I don't know if it's the giant projectile size or the lag or what, but it consistently happens with the L-Star. So maybe it has something to do with projectile size plus lag. I don't know. But it makes it really hard to actually play to my weapon strengths against someone using the L-Star. And so I'm glad that they're doing this. Maybe that'll help reduce situations where that happens. And then it'll also make it to where you can't just spray and pray at people who are 100 meters away and somehow deal 150 damage to them, even though your aim was just completely off target. So yeah, I'm glad about that. G7 Scout, yep, increased from 34 to 36, gave it double tap. Long story short, if you see the G7 Scout, pick it up. Supply drop weapon rates, yeah, this stuff. So I don't know how okay, so at first, I remember what they did. At first I was like, I don't like the fact that they're doing this, increasing it from 25 to 50 in early game. Hey, can I highlight this, please? No? Okay, whatever, I'll do that. But in terms of the chance of finding a weapon in the supply drop, because I was afraid that there would be like 14 squads left, and then I just get Krabered. Like, who expects to get Krabered when there's 14 squads left in platinum ranked? But here in the dev note, they did say that they're adjusting Kraber spawn rates accordingly. So now I am in full support of this change, because Lord knows I would be livid if there's 5 squads left. I push a supply drop, and then the 25% chance of me not finding a weapon actually happens, and I see like a med kit, a Phoenix kit, and a purple Evo when I already have red. I would be livid. So I'm glad they're making it 100%. Should have been 100% from the start, but hey, I mean, they're doing it now. Hot zone. Yes, they're making hot zones better. Thank you. I feel like hot zones are nothing but a death trap right now. I land a hot zone and I don't even find a gun until right before I die. That's not a hot zone respawn. It's not a hot zone. Just yesterday I was playing ranked. Hot zone was market. I landed market. I didn't find a gun for half the time I was there. It was ridiculous. I think there was only one gold item even. I think it was like a turbocharger or something. It was horrible. Yeah, so making hot zones better. Thank you. Right now, just landing at normal areas that have high tier loot have better loot than hot zones for whatever reason. I feel like once it's a hot zone, the loot actually gets worse. I don't know why. Crafting, yes, they're making crafting ammo cheaper, I think, right? No, they're making it more expensive, but they're also like tripling the amount of ammo you get. Literally tripling the amount of ammo you get when you craft. Great. Because it was kind of stupid that I only got 20 light ammo per crafting thingy. So now I get 60. That's great. That's really good. Heavy ammo 60, all that stuff. Yeah, they're literally tripling the amount of ammo you get. That's great. Evo. Okay, they're giving you 150 Evo points from crafting as well. Cool. But they're increasing it from 45 to 50 in terms of crafting materials. Cool. Okay, enemy NPC updates. Oh yeah. So they're increasing Prowler HP. And okay, nothing about spiders, because spiders are the new AI, so obviously they're not going to tell us if they changed their HP, because we've never seen their HP. But they're increasing Prowler HP from 90 to 114, and then they're also giving us some Evo points for that. I'm actually going to talk a little bit about that in another video. It's going to be a video about I think what am I going to title it? I think I'm going to title it something like 3 things that I'm going to be doing in the new map, something like that. Alright, we got arenas. Yeah, care package changes in arenas. They're basically making the care package better, I think. Yeah, they're making the care package in arenas better in the earlier rounds, because the earlier round care packages are pretty disappointing. And just no one even goes for them because it's not worth it. But hopefully people will go for it now. Alright, Gold Ari, Devotion, and Havoc. Okay, they no longer spawn Blue Havoc, Blue Devotion, or Blue Ari, or Gold Ari. Okay, cool. One thing, for the love of God, respawn, if there's a purple Havoc in the care package, can I get a turbocharger? Or how about a gold Havoc? I will pick up a gold Havoc from the care package and there's no turbocharger. You really think I'm gonna use that? Adjusting weapon prices, they're making Mozambique even more expensive. Don't know why. They need to stop. I love that thing. Making P20 even cheaper. RE cheaper, good. Prowler, making that cheaper, but then making the purple. Oh, God. Never mind. They're making it cheaper and expensive. Don't know how I feel about that. R9, I think they're making that cheaper, right? But purple R9 is more expensive, yeah. Cool. Just a bunch of weapon changes. Quality of life, cool. Bug fixes. Is that everything? Yeah, that's pretty much everything. Yep. Okay. That's all I have to say about this stuff. Yeah. I think pretty good patch note overall. Got some nice changes to ranked. Hopefully the changes to ranked are better, and I wonder if we're probably gonna play ranked on Stormpoint. I just don't know if it'll be the first map or the second map, because they probably want people to like actually learn the map. So maybe World's Edge will be the first map and then Stormpoint will be the second map, but we'll see. Yeah, those are my thoughts on the ranked split. All right, y'all take care.